this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. If she feels like her cup is starting to run empty because you're not pouring effectively, she would take her love and she will redirect it strictly towards herself, for herself.
Hey, welcome to the Ngozi Cadmus channel. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, we're going to talk about Derrick Janx today, and my name is Ngozi Cadmus, and I'm a mental health and leadership expert. And yes, this is the same jumper I wore in the previous video. I just put my hair up. Look, I'm warm in this outfit. I ain't about to change it for y'all. I'm a mental health and leadership expert, qualified psychotherapist, social worker, and business strategist, and now social commentator. If you like the video, share it and subscribe it. If you like it, then you should share, subscribe, and comment, all of that jazz. Please, thank you. So I'm going to talk about the popular topic, the trending topic, Derrick Janx, and the whole drama and situation that occurs.
A loyal woman's love will have you confused. Like, if you do one of two things now, if first off, you take her kindness for weakness, or two, if you mistake her love for an inability to leave you, it'll have you bamboozled. It'll have you thinking that she's so whipped, no matter what you do, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. You're the only man that even exists in her world. And if she feels like her cup is starting to run empty because you're not pouring effectively.
So, as we know, Derrick Jaxn is a popular relationship guru, expert, coach, whatever you want to call him. And essentially, I guess spoke to a lot of black women, but spoke to women in general, but spoke to a lot of black women's esteem and empowerment. Essentially telling black women, be better, think better, do better, you deserve it all, right? Maybe opposite to the Kevin Samuels, essentially going, be better, do better, but you don't deserve it all anyways. But essentially, a lot of men were telling a lot of women, a lot of black women especially, like, look, he's conning, like, he ain't telling you the real, like, because he would basically say, like, if you're a single mother, you deserve a man that is, I guess, well off to look after you and loves you. What you hope for, as a person, you hope to get the best person, right? But I guess nowadays, a lot of men from the red pill and just a lot of people are saying, look, if you're a single mother, why would a six-figure, good-looking, well-to-do man want to date a single mother? They would want to go with somebody who has not got that baggage or has not got children already. That's kind of where Derrick Janx, I might be saying his name wrong, Derrick Janx sat. He made a lot of money. He had like nearly 1 million subscribers, I would say, on his YouTube. Definitely near enough that on his Instagram at the time. He does now. But he had definitely over a couple of million on all social media platforms. Absolutely popular, I guess very good looking and attractive. The reason why I say that, I didn't find him attractive. Same way you might find me attractive. His body was nice though. But he wasn't attractive. I think even men would say he was objectively an attractive man. So, and he now was well-to-do. Now, I watched him. I knew who he was. And I didn't know he was married. I only found out he was married when the whole thing all came out. When the whole thing came out, that's when I found that he was married. And I was shocked. That's what shocked me. That was the cheating. I wasn't... Are we surprised? I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean? Like, it was more like, damn, he cheated on the wife. He had a wife that he cheated on, bruv. He cheated on a wife that I didn't know he had. You find that he cheated, you're thinking, he cheated on what though? He's got a whole wife. Not a half wife. Not a quarter wife. He had a whole wife at home with kids, bro. I did not know that. Let me tell you that. I did not know that. But I didn't follow him enough. But a lot of people that followed him were also surprised. His die-hard fans were surprised. He had 6 books as well. I think he had over 6, 7, 8 books, right? So my guy was banking in. And of course, his main audience was black women. And a lot of men were upset because they said they broke up their relationships, so But he was exposed by Tasha K as a hypocrite and a cheat. I think the biggest thing was that this guy is a hypocrite, right? The cheating thing, I think, was one. He was the hypocrite because he had a classic mojo where he would sit very, you know what? Probably very inexpensive. Probably he was making money. He had the lowest overheads you can imagine. He would sit, most likely, I don't know if he had the camera or his phone, and record a video on his YouTube, and that was it. But the thing that took the biscuit was he did that. He did a lot of those videos. Talking to men, as he's seen by the first clip, of why you should want better and deserve better, and don't let any man make you feel like you're not worth it. Any man that cheats on you and comes back, you should break up with him. He had the audacity, the effrontery to do these videos outside of the woman he was cheating with. Please tell me how crazy that is. Aren't you meant to not eat where you do doo-doo? Like, the whole idea is just a bit weird. It's a bit crazy. It's messy. I think the thing about cheating is absolutely terrible. This is not cheating, it's an affair. Having an affair, having adultery is absolutely disgusting. But you know, you can make the cheating even worse. Let's not lie. Cheating is bad. Having adultery is bad. But then cheating on your girl's best friend, oh my god. Cheating on your girl's mother, oh my god. Cheating where you were, oh my god. Cheating with a woman and then doing the videos talking about the men that you actually are, because the issue is he didn't portray himself. He didn't say I was like this or I'm like. He basically made it seem. And this is the thing about omission. He didn't say he was great. He just allowed the picture that he was this guy to dominate because he knew that sells. He knew that women wanted to look at a man that's good looking, attractive, who came across single, who appeared single, because he ain't gonna say, he didn't say, I was that, I did that, I know how men think. Don't do. He was acting like I'm above that. Bruv, he's even worse. He is that. I think I prefer a person that's just real. Like, I'm a cheater and what? I cheat. Like, I cheat. Most men ain't gonna say that. That's the issue though. But you know, most men, it's obvious that they're still doing that. There's some, like, unless you're not seeing it, sometimes the play is obvious. He did not look like a player. That's why he swindled women, and that's what makes it worse. He was the Tinder swindler before the Tinder swindler even was a show on Netflix. He was the YouTube swindler. He was the black woman swindler. He was the swindler of swindlers because he built a platform on lies. And what makes it worse is that people still buy his books. People still follow it. Like, I just find that crazy. People will still come and go, oh my God, you're speaking the truth. I'm presuming those people don't know that he did the tingle, because I don't know how you can know what he did and still follow him unless you just don't care and you just want to hear what he has to say, knowing it's lies, because he cannot even live up to what he is telling you should be expecting, which is crazy. Oh yeah? So let me say this. I am not a clinical psychologist, nor I am a psychiatrist, nor are you. All of you YouTube social commentators, all of you keyboard warriors, please stop trying to diagnose this man as a narcissist. He might be and he might not be, but you are not clinically trained to make that diagnosis. Please, because it's very irritating saying he's a narcissist. Bruv, do you know what that is? You might have experienced one. You might have lived with one. You might be one. You might be married to one, but it doesn't give you the credentials to make that diagnosis, right? Because a person who truly has an NSPD in a relationship normally shows signs of a grandiose sense of self-importance. You know what I mean? They think everything's about them. They think they're the bee's knees. You know, they're very preoccupied with unlimited success and power and brilliance and beauty. You know, they think they're special and unique. You know what's crazy is when, sounds really bad, yeah, but the thing about people with narcissistic personality disorder, if they actually are like a celebrity or a person in power, it just really makes it worse, because it's like you actually are those things objectively, but you think you're more. Like, you know, you might be top of your class, but you think you're top of the world. Like that kind of idea. There's that kind of weird sense where a poor person who was narcissistic personality was like, yo, bruv, like, you're on benefits, bro. Your self-importance needs to calm down. I just find that quite interesting. And usually people with narcissistic personality disorders end up, a lot of them do go into high positions because they're able to, I guess, manipulate. They sometimes are quite brilliant. That's just the reality of the situation, unfortunately. They're talented in many areas. And I guess depending on how they are able to do it, the negative aspects of their, I'm going to say NSPD because I can't say the full word without stuttering. With NSPD isn't obvious, right? Sense of entitlement, need for excessive admiration, lack of empathy, impersonally exploitative behavior, envy of others of a belief that others are envious of them, demonstration of arrogant and haughty behaviors and attitudes. And of course, this is all in display and hiding their deep insecurity that they may or may not be fully aware of, right? I think what made matters worse, Derrick Janx, is that when the situation occurred, yeah, and he was exposed last year, March 2021. He did what he's criticized. He did the worst thing. I'm a man of God. Look at this picture. So right now you're going to see a picture of him and his wife, holding hands. That famous picture, that just like that video that I watched several times. I think everybody watched it. He spoke in third person.
Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae. And we just wanted to address a couple of things. We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage.
It was crazy. Yeah. But look at his wife. I want to show you the wife. His wife is beautiful. Look at the wife, right? What? Look, any man, especially talking about this, that insults his wife isn't looking properly. He's only seen the pictures, only the most recent pictures of how she's dressing. She, honestly, to speaking, the picture that you're seeing right now, if she walked in a club, would be getting attention. Let's not lie. No cap. No cap. You're capping if a lot of men, I'm not saying all, but a lot of men that are talking wouldn't find her attractive. She's an attractive woman, right? But obviously, they've been together, I believe, for a very young age. They were together from a very, very young age. I guess they were cohabiting, had children out of wedlock, and then in 2018 they got married. I don't know if that was before or after they both, I guess, apparently came to the Lord. I say apparently because we don't know about him, but we know that, she's become born again, and maybe he also went through his own spiritual awakening, but hasn't been able to maintain it. So we don't know. But the point is, 2018 they got married. Now, if you go back in her Instagram archives, he was cheating. She knew about his cheating before they got married. So I feel sorry for her. Honestly, I do. I feel sympathetic for her, but I do find it very frustrating when you know this before you got married and you could have gotten out before that. But anyways, she found videos of him in some compromising positions with other women that are not her, and she had a very obsessive focus with the positions, the fluids that came out. Like the way she described it in such graphic detail demonstrated her level of addiction and potential envy and jealousy and her and just so much stuff. And she has been she's gone through her own sexual trauma, so she's gone through a lot of trauma on top of probably what her partner, this guy Derrick Janx, put her through. And one of the girls that he cheated with, who's a medical doctor, I don't know if she's a surgeon, but she's a doctor, said allegedly that he was quite critical of her in moments when she wasn't dressed. So when the girl that he's cheating with isn't fully dressed to the nines, he's told her, that girl, like, you ain't looking good. Like, what you do? Like, I will come back to you when you're dressed better. So if he's saying that to her, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not gonna put things out there that ain't been said by both parties, because people like to make up ish in their head. But it's not too far gone to believe that he might be potentially verbally abusive, allegedly, to his wife. So the point is, she going through it. Now, let me just tell you my opinion, yeah? She a beautiful girl. I don't know the full ins and outs of that relationship. This is my personal opinion on what I feel. They got together very young. If you see, I'm not going to show you a picture, but if you see the picture of when they were both young, they both grown up. Like, they both glue up. But then she glue down because of the way she dresses covers her beauty, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with being modesty, but, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with modesty, but he don't like it anymore, it seems. He likes the booty pow, pow, poo, poo. Anyways, I'm not trying to make light of the situation because it's actually a very sad situation. There's a family that's breaking down, and I think there's a woman that is being dragged through the mud. Yes, she's done some crazy stuff. I ain't going to talk about the video that she did, that she cursed people. I actually feel, I'm not posting it, so sorry. Just write Derrick Jaxn, and you'll find the video. She did a video in November cursing people out. Now look, me personally, people have said what they've got to say about the video. I actually thought that she was directing it at the woman that he was cheating with, or the women that he was cheating with, but it was also indirected at everybody else talking about it. That's just my opinion. But it wasn't a good look. It's very, I think, unbiblically sound. It's not something that I would hope my sister in Christ would do. But I feel like she is going through a lot, and when you're going through a lot, you do a lot of things that you wouldn't ordinarily do, you know. And she's hurting. He's putting through her a lot. Now you can argue, say she can get out of it, potentially, whoever, whatever. I just think that there's one thing to cheat, but the way he's doing it, I just think it's disgusting. He has no balls. He's a coward. Personally, I would say it to his face, I would say, you're a coward. I think, don't tell me you couldn't get out of the situation. Cheat with some dignity, man. Like, I'm not trying to even make cheating less than it is. It's bad, but there are things that you can do that makes cheating even worse. Do you get what I mean? It's like if I stab you, then if I stab you and I put salt in it, ain't that worse? You just stabbed me, you're putting salt in it. That's what he's doing. So about a week and a bit ago, my guy was in Miami with this girl. She meant to be an Instagram model, or nah, and people called up Tasha K. This is Derrick Jaxn with this girl that ain't the wife, singing karaoke, doing all manner of bruh, he been cheating again. So she exposed the thing a few hours later. Yeah, and they live in Atlanta. I think they live in Atlanta. Derrick Jaxn posted this. Over the past several months, my family and I have gone through many changes. Some of you have speculated, while others of you have reached out to offer support. Who speculated, bruv? We thought y'all together, babe. Just a month ago, my girl was saying, don't come at me and mine. So who was speculating? Because nobody was speculating out here. While others of you have reached out to offer support. Who's the others? Because he's support who? Anyways. As we privately establish this new normal, not so privately, for ourselves and our beautiful children. Your children are beautiful, but you ain't. Earlier this year, and I kind of get it when people do those things. I used to watch them like, why are you insulting, man? Just speak the thing. But sometimes you want to just give that little extra, you know what I mean? Would I say it to his face? I probably would. Anyone that knows me knows I would. I would say it to his face. I'd probably be a little bit more nicer because I'm naturally considerate to people. But I probably will insult him. I'm like, bruv, you're an idiot. No offense though. Don't take it offensively, but you're an idiot. Okay, sorry. You know how you say something offensively, so don't take it offensively, but I'm trying to offend you. Not really, just a bit. Earlier this year, after much prayer, counseling, and deep consideration, okay, we have decided to go separate ways. I think you. But you know what? The thing is, she could be. You never know. She could be agreeing to this, and you don't know. Anyways. Making the decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life. Anyway, the point is, you're reading this. The point is, he basically said that they've separated in January, and he's filed for divorce. Okay, so you filed for divorce. So if they live in Atlanta, right? If they live in Atlanta, yeah. If they lived in Atlanta, right? If they did live in Atlanta. I think you need to be separated for a year. So that was posted on the 10th of December. It's not a year yet. So can you really file for divorce 11 months in. Wouldn't it be 12 months? If it's true. So if January they're separated, it would be then January that you filed. So you have not filed yet. That is my speculation, allegedly. I don't think he's filed. I think he was just saving face to make it seem like, look, we're going through stuff. I've followed her on her stories. I followed her, which you're going to see now. And you can basically see that she's not saying nothing in her stories. There has been things that I think has been directed, maybe, things like if you're in I can't remember what she said. I don't want to say what I think, but she did say something that made me go, oh, okay, that's the first thing I've seen that makes me think, But definitely she's going through it, and she's putting a lot of Christian posts to encourage herself. And she most likely is standing for her marriage. She probably is standing for her marriage and not wanting to let it go. I'm not here to talk about that. So you can write your opinions if you agree or don't agree. I'm not here to talk about if she should stand or not stand for her marriage. I'm really here to just say it's just a big shame that we as an audience can fall for this. Not me, but I'm saying we. I'm including myself, even though it's not me. Why are you still following him? Please, to the woman that is following him, stop. If you take away his bread, he will go back to his wife. And I'm not saying that she should take him back, but he will go back to his wife. Because he's now got status and power. But because of that power and status that we are affording unto him, which he doesn't deserve, mind you, we should take that back. It starts with going, wait a minute, he's not what he says he is. Why am I giving him such credence? Let me leave him alone. Once his money starts drying up and he can't pay these expensive excursions and go to Miami and pay for these girls that he's sleeping with most likely. I'm not saying that she's a prostitute. I'm just saying that, or sex worker. I'm just saying that there's a transactional relationship. And sorry, girl, Pinky Love, whoever you are, you're out of order. You're disgusting. And what you sow, I don't believe in karma. I believe in what you sow is what you reap. What you are sowing, Derrick Janx, you will reap it. Do you think God in heaven is giving you a pass? Do you think, like Derrick Janx, you do believe in God? You may not be following him the way you should, but you believe in God. And there is no way, that you think what you're doing is honorable. There is no way. And I could only imagine that Derrick Jaxn, no matter how crazy, how she might appear, she is sowing tears in heaven. And God is hearing that. Bible says that he carries our tears. He puts our tears in a jar, something like that anyways. The tears that Derrick Jaxn is crying over her marriage, over the hurt that she is experiencing. Oh God, God's heart is broken to see his daughter cry like this. He might be like, girl, you've been a bit crazy, girl. You need to stop. But he's also broken at her pain, her trauma. On top of trauma, the public embarrassment she's experiencing. You think, Derrick Janx, that your life is going to be great? Look, I don't wish it on anybody. I pray God has mercy on you. I don't even want God to, because if God deals with you, all I'm going to say is that what you're going to sow is what you're going to reap, Derrick Janx. And the same as you, Pinky Love. The fact that you have gotten into this and you are acting up for social media shows you that you're an insecure woman. Because personally, I would be embarrassed. That's the man you can get. You got the false speaking. I can't say anything. I'm not good with those, people are good at those one-liners. You just got, basically, you couldn't get anybody else but Derrick Janx. Well done. Clap for yourself. What does God say? When you fast and you tell everybody you fast, that's your reward. This is your reward. So well done. You've got it, girl. You won the jackpot. He is the jack. That's the best you can do, darling. That's the best you can do, Pinky Love, because that is despicable. Look, whatever, she doesn't owe him. I don't believe in that rubbish. She owes because she's a human being. If another woman is hurting in a relationship, why would you? Anyways, that's another conversation for another day. I don't believe in this whole, if a girl's cheating, she knows, she doesn't owe. She owes because she know. But the point is that you're adding more salt to the wound as well, doing things on social media, making indirects. You're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And you deserve each other. When his money dries up, don't cry. Don't go on social media. And the thing is, reality is, this is how life is so crazy. Another man will take her. That's the reality. Like, she ain't gonna win in the end, but another man will take her. And the Bible's clear. The Bible says that it might seem in Psalms is a good illustration of David looking at the men and women who are wicked, and they look like they're winning, and you're being righteous and you're losing. Yeah, it seems like you're losing, but we're not losing. Remember when Elisha opened the eyes. I think it was Elisha opened the eyes of his servant, and his servant realized that the hundreds of thousands of angels that were behind him, than the thousands of people that were against them, right? But we can't see. So I just want to encourage Derrick Jaxn. I want to encourage any woman that's going through this, right? I'm not here right now to give you a biblical application of whether you should divorce or not divorce. I want to just say to you that God hears your cries and your tears, because I can't imagine. I have not been in a situation. I've seen my mum go through that situation, but I'm a woman. I'm a human being, and it's painful. Derrick Janx, you need help. If it's sexual addiction you need, go to an AA. There are sexual addiction AA meetings. There are sexual help stuff. You need help, because sex should not be making you run this wild. Sex should not be making you run this wild. Right? Your children will grow up and see what you have done. It's not about mother side on Derrick Jaxn's side, because they both have done wrong. It's how you've handled the situations, how you've handled your family. You now mention your beautiful family. You weren't thinking about them when you were cheating, blatantly, flagrantly. You weren't thinking about them. So don't be now quoting your children. You're lucky your children are small. They can't say nothing right now. But there'll come a day when your child goes to you. If you would even care, if you would even acknowledge, you should know better. As a relationship coach with no probably credentials, stop following people with no credentials. Look, you ain't got to follow me. Some of you are going to agree, some of you are not going to agree. But at least I've trained to at least say something. I'm doing my doctorate to get some expertise. I'm studying every single day to at least be able to say something. Some of these people read a whole Psychology Today article on Google and come at you because they're really good at regurgitation and articulation. You listen to them and think, rah, bruh, you're deep. No, they're not deep. It's usually people that have spent years and years. Look, the more I research, the more I know I don't know. So I'm very tentative in what I say. I would never say to somebody, I think you're depressed or not depressed. But people that do one day of reading on Google, be like, yeah, bruh, you're depressed. You got the signs. Bruh, who you? Have you done years of training, mate? Do you know what it takes to study? I've worked with thousands of clients over thousands of hours to have just an iota of expertise in what I'm saying, and I'm not even scratching the surface in life and understanding, right? So don't follow people easily. Why you keep stop? And I understand it. As women, particularly black women, we go through so much. There's another conversation for another day. Before black men go, what do you go through? Black men, you go through a lot as well, right? But his audience was black women, so I'm chatting to the black women, okay? Because this is the thing, you can't say anything, and then the other people are like, what about us, bro? It's about everybody. Black people, whatever, we go through a lot. And I think the reality is we are sometimes looking for our savior. We are looking, the only savior is Jesus, first and foremost, but we are looking for someone to understand our needs to the point where we will be swindled by somebody who is not even living up to the very thing they're talking about. The very thing that he purports, we're not denying that sometimes you can purport something that you cannot fulfill, but be truthful. Be truthful in that. Be truthful in that, look, mate, it's hard to do this, but you deserve this. It's hard to be the man that I'm even talking about, but that is the man that I should be. That's the man that I want to be. And that's the man that I aspire to be. Do you see what I mean? So that is my opinion on the Derrick Janx and the Derrick Jaxn situation. I really pray for the family, honestly. I just don't think it's a funny situation at all. I think it's quite sad. I've been following her for a few months because I am just have a vested interest in her development and her growth. She has started a marriage boot camp. So that's why it was quite, again, surprising that, wait a minute, she just started a marriage boot camp teaching women to stay in marriage after infidelity. Because believe it or not, many women do stay. And so it's actually a real thing. And people actually do want to know how to heal from that. So I don't know. I don't think they're getting divorced, or I don't think when he mentioned that post, that was a lie. I think that was a lie. So even if he is getting divorced, he's doing it now after. And she got to sign the papers though, so she could be wanting a divorce. Will she give it? I don't know. So we've got to watch the space, see what comes out, pray for healing, pray for him to get help, in all honesty. And hopefully he will one day take true accountability of the damage that he has caused, not only his wife, himself, his family, his image, and I guess the black man. So over and out. Hope you love the video, like the video, share the video, subscribe and comment. Let me know your thoughts, and I shall see you in the next video. Oh, hey. Bye.